everyone. So we're going to do a really cool video, I think. It's looking at the spiritual side of health, the spiritual battle that happens, that is happening that we can't see. So number one, I don't know for sure what's going on, but based off of my life experience so far and from what I see in my walk with God, I can kind of see a little bit what's going on. I don't know the full story or anything. I don't know exactly what's going on, but dang it, I can certainly see God's hand in things, but then I can also see Satan's hand in things too. Let's start with the ages of time, okay? Looking back on the ages of time, we can see that there's always been a headbutt. There's always been a headbutt between meat eaters and plant eaters. And in today's world, I think it's a lot worse. And I've heard some other people say that it's always going to be a never-ending battle. It's always going to be a never-ending battle between meat eaters and plant eaters on what really is truly right for the human body. But I think in today's day and age, with the scientific evidence that we have and the immense amount of knowledge that we have, I think we kind of proved that pretty clearly. But there are always going to be those people out there that are going to go against it, that are still going to hold on to what they truly believe is right, and they're just so stuck on meat and dairy. And so that's where it comes into play, that where is that coming from? Where is this deception coming from? Where's this twisting of information coming from? Because when you have been in the health movement long enough and you have went vegan, plant-based, raw vegan, you have stepped out of the box, and you can look back in and you can see the massive deception out there. You can see, you just view commercials, you view information about the consumption of animal products a lot differently. You see, it's because you understand what happens when you eat animal products. You see the domino effect, not only in your body, but for other people, the animals, and this planet as a whole. And then you dive into the spiritual side of it, and then you start realizing, like, wow, dang, our body is literally designed for plants only. So what's going on with the twisting of information out there, and the deception and the lies? Okay, so you probably know where I'm going with this, that the Bible does tell us, John 10:10, that Satan comes to kill, steal, and to destroy. Okay, so number one, I'm not the Bible expert, okay? I don't claim to be, and I don't want to be. I do classify myself as a Christian. I am a full-hearted believer. I have experienced my own miracles and have my own testimonies, and I truly believe in God for sure. But I most definitely don't force it on anybody. I don't force it on anybody. I see it as, I've heard this before, that Christianity is not religion, it's a relationship. So Satan kills, steals, and destroys our health through the advertisements that we see, through the information that's told to us from our doctors, from what we've been brought up on, what our parents tell us. So, and from the people we hang out with, and just from the internet too. In today's day and age, it's the internet big time. And so Satan works through all of that to get to us, to continuously drill into us and kind of essentially brainwash you a little bit that you need this in order to be healthy and survive. But what's really happening is it's slowly killing you, because we know now that when you eat animal products and the dairy, cooked foods and processed foods, you are slowly killing yourself. You eventually end up with a lot of sickness and disease. You not only get sick in the present moment, but you are building disease, and you are contributing to disease in your body. You are creating disease in your body. And the longer you do that, the more it blows up into a bigger problem. So we can totally see that in a lot of people today. So the evidence is staring us right there in the face. We just have our blinders on. So that's why I know for me, I'm so thankful my blinders were lifted off a long time ago so I can step out of the box and see, so I can go back in the pit and bring and save and bring out as many people as I can. The deception is just really, really bad. Satan works pretty darn hard to get to you. So he deceives you and lies to you, making you believe that you need that stuff in order to be healthy and to survive, when really it's killing you. So how is it stealing your life? Okay, well, when you get sick and you develop disease, or you get the word that you have a disease, look how much that flips your life upside down. Look at other people, how much it flips their lives upside down. People, family and friends eventually pass away from that. And so you lose the time you have with them, and which really destroys the people who are still alive. And it not only destroys them, but it destroys the person who passed away because their life is over with. So you can see how it's killing God's children, us. It's killing us, and then he's going after us. He's going after God's creation of animals. The animals die because we think we need the meat. We're told that we need the meat. We've been told so much, and it's been ingrained in us so much that we need the meat and the dairy, that a lot of animals die because of that, which is so unnecessary. And then the world is impacted as well. This environment's impacted big time too. So it's a domino effect. It's not only you, it's a domino effect to everything on this planet, all life on this planet. So it's Satan works like when you see this, you see his hand in that, you really can see how bad of a grip he has on people. But then you have the part of John 10:10, Jesus tells us that he's come to give us life and give it abundantly. So that applies to a lot of things, other areas in life too, and the saving of your soul. Not only the saving of your soul, okay, so let's relate it to health too, all areas of your life. So health, how does that apply? Well, once you have become vegan and are optimizing your health even more, you start realizing how freeing and how happy you feel inside. It feels like abundant life. There's those sayings out there that we all have now. Health is wealth. That is a popular one. Health is wealth. Okay, so that's telling you, that's another way of saying an abundance of life. You're rich with life. And so I see God's hand in this health movement, where he is showing people, and the people that do grab onto it, they can help spread their light, and God can work through them to get to other people, to help change them and eventually change the world. But it's one person at a time, of course, too. So that both sides of that Bible verse, you can see it in the health movement very clearly. So when you start improving your health, you start feeling what an abundance of life you have. And I believe that's God working through you, that's God giving you your miracle, you're in health, through the foods he's created for us to consume. So there's full life in plant foods. Of course, we all know that, but also that other Bible verse, Genesis 1:29, right? Where God tells us from the very beginning of time, where we're planted in a garden, not on a farm with animals in a slaughterhouse, okay? And not with a bucket to pull the cow's udders for milk. We were planted in a garden. And we were told that of course all green plants and all fruits with seeds in it, it will be ours for food. So it doesn't say anything about animal products. That only entered into the world once sin entered the world, when killing happened, when the murder started. So we're in the sinful life thinking we need this, but we don't. And so it's also interesting when we look into the future, what God tells us about a paradise restored here on earth, the lion's going to lay down with the lamb. There's going to be no tears, no crying, no pain. So there's no way that we can continue to eat animals and eat them, because that requires murder, that requires killing, that requires pain. When an animal is killed, my goodness, your heart is torn apart. I mean, you are traumatized. I mean, people who say they aren't traumatized by that, you are. You are just used to it because it keeps coming in your path. You're just used to it, and your heart is become hardened to that. But you are deep down inside traumatized. We are made in the image of God. We have love inside of us. We have lots of love inside of us. And we have love for all things. And this world, Satan is just working so hard to deceive you. So don't fall for his lies. Don't fall for his lies. And you know what? You can beat him. The way you can beat him is by every time you go to choose, one way you can beat him in this life is every time you go to choose something to eat, choose plants, because you have beat his master deception and lies, and you have freed yourself, and you're ready to go out there and help other people just by shining your own light, just by being the example. You don't even have to say anything. Just keep choosing plants. Just say, oh, I'm vegan. I eat plants. I don't eat animal products. You don't have to say anymore. You don't have to say anymore. God works through you and shines that light through you just by you doing that. You don't even have to say anything. Just choose plants, and you set an example. So let me know your thoughts, opinions, and perspectives on this issue, on this topic. I would love to hear what you have to say. Share it with everybody else too, because on Miss Staci's channel here on my socials, we do it with lots of love and respect and kindness and genuine love for everybody, and we learn together, okay? So remember to love being raw, vegan, plant-based, whole foods, whatever floats your little boats. Just remember to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself the best that you know how. Put a big old smile on your face today. I hope I did that for you, and I will see you next video. Bye, guys.